Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got Commissioner Cyndy Floyd on the line. I just want to give a perfect introduction because this is big news for us to have our first District 5 commissioner for Pompano Beach, Florida. She goes by Cyndy. She was born in 1967 to John and Lily Pearl Floyd. She was raised in Pompano Beach, reared in a devoted Christian home. After matriculating through Broward County Public School System and graduating from historic Blanche Ely High School, she entered the workforce and started a family. Known by many as a hardworking mother and grandmother, she has been a civil servant in her community for over 30 years, from grassroots movements and serving with various organization boards, including the New Alliance of Interactive Leaders and Supporters, the North Broward County NAACP, the Minority Business Council, and the Concerned Citizens of Holiday Lakes. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Ms. Commissioner Cyndy Floyd. So, Miss Floyd, we basically want to get basically start with how you got started with the whole race with being commissioner. How did that come about?
Well, I, as you see in my bio, I worked in several different organizations. I worked with several different organizations, and I was pretty much in the background, you know, helping to make things happen for the people out front, in the organizations, in different abused cases and abuse cases and racial discrimination cases, and just fighting against helping families who were hungry.
Yes, ma'am.
And people who needed clothes and food and shelter and jobs, and we did a little bit of it all.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what pretty much let me know that this was the line of work that was the most satisfying, and fulfilled me.
Yes,
and that's where my passion lies.
Yes,
so my then NAACP president, after we worked together for so many years, Mr. Willie L. Lawson III, he said to me, Cyndy, it's about time for you to, come from behind the scenes, come to the forefront.
Yes, ma'am.
And start making your way, to doing things, for people, letting people see you.
Yes, ma'am. Letting people know who the Santa Claus is. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, and then once I did it, I just, once I started doing it more and more,
yes,
I loved it. And then he said, why don't you run for office? And in 2018, I ran for mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, although I didn't win, it gave me this drive and this passion, and because I met so many people and I got so many concerns from folks about how one side was being treated so much better than the other.
Yes, ma'am.
And me not being a stranger to that.
Yes, ma'am.
I was like, okay, I need to do more to help folks,
yes, ma'am.
like me.
Yes, ma'am.
And the one thing about me, young man, is I want to help everybody who need help.
Yes,
I don't care white, black, blue, brown, green, whatever color you are. It does not matter to me, because I don't have a politician's heart. My heart is for the people.
Yes,
and and I'm a servant.
Yes,
and that's what made me say, this is it. I'm going for it.
Yes, ma'am. So take us back to that mindset you had when he first brung up, hey, you know what, Cyndy, you can do this. What was your mindset at the time when he first told you?
At first, I'm like, no, Because you get comfortable
Yes, ma'am.
being in the background,
Yes, ma'am.
and
Definitely.
I was comfortable because I'm still a little bit shy about speaking because I'm a doer.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I
And
don't
actions do speak
like you
louder than
young folks
words.
say. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna be about it.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know. However, um, he was so good with the way he communicated with everyone. So I just watched and learned, and he kind of like paved the way for me, and I was a bit nervous. I was a bit nervous at first, and every now and then I still get butterflies, but as as long as I know I'm doing my best to help folks, that brings me through every time.
Yes, ma'am. Seems like you like when you got a passion, that energy kind of like puts you in the right lane. Even if you
Oh yeah,
think you ain't in the lane, you in the lane.
you in it?
You
You
just got to
there?
make that foot forward. So I
You are
can
there.
I can relate to what you're saying. I hope the viewers can too. The reason I brought that up is because a lot of times people don't understand that sometimes you have to follow before you lead, and a lot of times that leader that you following, they see you. They
Yeah.
see you. You see
hmm
that, and a lot of times you think, man, I'm doing this for nothing. It could be any lane, radio disc jockey, any field. If sometimes you have to follow before you lead, and when you think you ain't ready, is the time that's when you're really ready. You know,
Yeah.
so that was the whole point of me bringing that up. Have you had any type of regrets from being commissioner so far? Like what I mean by that, as far as does the work schedule beat you up, or you had like time for yourself, or are you able to strategically like schedule your week?
It gets a bit. The schedule does get a bit full, and sometimes I double book myself. But other than that, I really have no regrets because I'm doing what I love.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm doing what I love. This is my passion. I love making someone's day, and
Yes, ma'am.
then I did what I set out to do. My platform, the foundation of my campaign and my platform was that I wanted to be a commissioner who gave the seat back to the people.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean, not to get in the seat and try and tell the people what's going to happen,
Yes, ma'am.
and do, not even considering what they want.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know what I'm saying?
But
Sometimes,
actually be an ear of concern from the people.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Be
because
reachable, be touchable, where someone can touch you.
approachable,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
A lot of time, folks wake up and things are happening all around them. They'll be, well, how did this happen? I didn't vote for this. I didn't know this was coming. I didn't. That's not the kind of commissioner I am.
Yes, ma'am.
And everyone who has gotten to know me knows that I always, and I say it right on the dais, and I stand firm on it. I am a commissioner who includes her constituents.
Yes, ma'am. That's very
I, I
important.
t- yes, I talk to them about everything,
Yes,
any
ma'am.
and everything. They
Yes,
know
ma'am.
whatever they come to me with, we're going to talk about it, we're going to discuss it, and we're going to do what we can to get it right.
Because I believe when you do that, Ms. Floyd, when you involve the constituents, you give them somewhat of an ideal on what's going on to relate to the point in layman's terms. If you weren't running a telemarketing company or a call center, you have to let your employees or your salesmen know, okay, these are the type of leads we have. That way they're able to govern themselves accordingly and be able to be successful, if you can
Yes.
compare the two. So I can definitely relate to what you're saying. So you're the type of commissioner that lets the constituents know what's going on, so they're able to adjust or adapt, or also give concern if it's something that may not, meet their standards. So that's definitely a good thing, as opposed to just forcing or either pushing, stuff on upon people. So yeah, that's
hmm
actually a good thing, and that's great. That keep you there for a long time, Miss Floyd, definitely. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
So with you being the
Um,
first,
and lots of prayer, lots
yes,
of prayer.
ma'am. You being the first African American in that position, have you gotten any type of slack from that? How has that been? Oh, I want to say slack. Let's
um,
just say a hard time.
okay. Actually, it I actually get more praises than I do flack.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, I think it was time for a change,
Yes, ma'am.
and people, like I said, the people who know me, they know the kind of commissioner I am. They know that I reach out to the people. I
Yes, ma'am.
keep my constituents involved. I go to them with everything, and we talk about it. We discuss it. I'm very approachable. Anything that they uh, find out about or need to talk about, they know that they can reach me.
Yes, ma'am.
And we set meetings. We do Zoom meetings, in-person meetings, phone calls, whatever it takes to communicate, keep the lines of communication open, and setting the path to getting the problems and issues resolved.
Yes, ma'am. And viewers, she's definitely not lying, because if you go to her website, votecindyfloyd.com, which all that information to be in the description, you'll see she can, you can contact her, you can email her, you can chat, whatever it takes to get in contact with her. She is available, so she is action, a whole lot of action. Definitely. So Miss Floyd, what's been have you gotten a chance to like really like enjoy your reign as being commissioner, like as far as the festivals and the parades and stuff, and just
Uh,
getting your flowers?
oh yeah. Now, due to COVID, the city was closed.
Yes, ma'am.
They had canceled the Martin Luther King parade, and the commission uh, at 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 a meeting back in early January. We in the commission meeting, we all voted to continue with all of the outdoor festivities and
Yes, ma'am.
only close anything that was indoors.
Yes, ma'am.
We were rescheduled those events, and we had that Martin Luther King parade. It was the best one I've ever been to in the city of Pompano.
Yes, ma'am.
That was a fabulous Martin Luther King Day parade, and just celebration overall.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
mean, we had a great parade. The weather was great. It was kind of chilly, but I don't know if you remember, it was a little
Yeah,
chilly.
that's
But
what you want when
then,
you're doing that marching.
yeah, right. And then we went to the park, and they had carnival like rides and things for the kids. We had a DJ, a band, and the people came out, and it was just fabulous. That it really was one of the best that I've ever gone to.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then um let me see, the first event that I did for as District 5 commissioner, we did the was a women's empowerment symposium
Yes, ma'am.
back in June, when I was first elected, and uh, which turned out great. We
Yes,
had
ma'am.
different women of professional women
Yes, ma'am.
to come and tell their story.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
so important. The story is very important.
yeah, yes, to share with, and we had a pretty good crowd too, and just to share with other women of where they were abused, beaten, and battered, and some like me started out on housing and welfare, and food stamps and just stayed focused and
Yes, ma'am.
applied themselves and went to school and did what they had to do to say, hey, I want better for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And and just kept with it. And we had doctors and lawyers and commissioners.
Yes, ma'am. That's
And
right. I was
then,
waiting on you to say that. Yes, ma'am. Gotta throw yourself in there because after all that, yet and still here I am.
yeah. And then we did in District 5 also, we did the very first light up Collier City, where we did like a 20-foot, maybe even a little bit taller Christmas tree.
Okay.
And we had because the park is under construction, we couldn't do it in Collier City, so we had it over by the firehouse right there in Pompano.
Yes,
so you could see the tree from Atlantic and Power Line.
Yes, ma'am.
Which was a beautiful tree. And the first night that we lit it up, we had food vendors, we had live entertainment, DJ, face paintings, all the things for the kids, free hot dogs and drinks and things like that. And the Kappa Foundation, those guys, they came out and worked very well with myself and the city of Pompano Beach.
Yes, ma'am.
We had a fabulous time. And then we did after that we did you may have heard, we did here recently the
barbecue
throwdown.
Yes, ma'am.
I
had a chance to participate in that a little bit. So I know about that one right there on 27th Avenue. Yes, ma'am. I was able to participate in that one.
Yes. We are really doing some things to get Collier City back on the map.
Yes, ma'am.
So to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I had quite a few folks complain that we always have to go across town, or why don't we do anything in Collier City anymore?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to bring sexy back to Collier City.
Yes, ma'am. And let me tell you, you're doing a great job. Not to cut you off, Miss Floyd, because I don't want to forget this. I want to give you your flowers. For one, they say everybody is a product of their environment. So I already see you changing the narrative. Okay, if they say we're a product of our environment, let's beautify the environment and produce and bring out the productive youth from out of the environment. They see the Christmas trees, the face painting, the eating, just the family functions, the football field with construction. I grew up playing for the Cowboys. I know that's gonna be real major. People gonna feel like they're in the NFL as a kid. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's stuff like that. The amenities that you provide into the city that bring the city back to life, like you said. So for one, by me being a native of Collier City, I want to thank you personally for that. For just having us in your thoughts and heart and taking the role. Because you know what I'm saying? You could have said no. You could have backed down and listened to that little mind and say, Cyndy, you ain't ready, but you listen to it. So thank you. Thank you for that.
You're
definitely.
Welcome, baby.
Now let me ask you.
The racetrack is next.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. What are you guys planning on doing with that?
Was gonna be an Olympic style racetrack, so we can have track meets.
Okay.
And things like that, because I didn't even know that we had a track team here for but they have to go over.
Have to travel,
go to different places or use Blanche Ely's track.
Yes,
so we're gonna get one right here at home, in Collier City, and we'll be able to do some things right here.
Yes, ma'am. I remember coming up, my schedule was because I went to Charlesville Elementary. So it would leave elementary school, go to the recreation, which was right there. I remember being a part of they had like an African culture drumming group where they had the girls dress up like Africans and then they had the boys, which I was a part of, and we beat the conga drums and stuff while the girls
Oh,
did
okay.
I remember them doing that back in the day. And as we got in middle school, shoot, by the time we got home, Miss Floyd, it was like almost time for the rec to close. So we grew out of going to the rec once you got out of elementary school, unfortunately, and the program
Yeah,
went away. So to see somebody like yourself bringing all this stuff back into play and starting big, that's really exciting for our future as far
yeah.
as the neighborhood, definitely. Do you let me see, because you pretty much cover everything in the conversation, so I want to make sure we touch all bases. So Miss Floyd, do you see anything in the future with the community as far as uh, perhaps having building a middle school or maybe a high school in the area, perhaps?
Uh,
Because I
because
see a
so
lot
many
of,
res
yeah, that's why I asked. The residents.
so many residential um places are coming up right now. I don't know if anything like that can be put right here in Collier City.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe something in close proximity,
Yes, ma'am.
perhaps, in the future. But as of right now, probably.
Maybe like a trade school or a technical school or something like that.
Uh, um, I know we were talking about um like a school over by City Hall,
Yes, ma'am.
but for right now that's been put on hold.
Gotcha.
Um, but I'll keep you posted.
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. And listen, we want to have you on the show as much as possible. Whenever you have something
Okay,
going on, because we're a connection to the community. That
okay.
way everybody can stand too. And like I said, they can see your face and know who you are. The ones that don't know, which everybody know, Commissioner Floyd. But for the ones that
And
don't
this
know,
will help keep people involved,
yes, ma'am,
because
definitely.
I want the young Black people to start getting more involved, coming to the city hall, to the meetings,
Yes,
come
ma'am.
sit
Okay.
in, listen and learn what's going on in your city, have a voice, be heard, stand up for what you believe in,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know.
So let's
the,
let's
the
let's talk about that a little bit more about going to the meetings and stuff. Because when you talking that,
Mhm.
you talking to me too. I need to start getting my
Yes
butt in
sir,
there
I
too.
sure am.
So yeah,
I
yes,
sure
ma'am.
am.
So let's dwell on that a little bit. How important it is to me in those type of meetings.
Okay, for just like I said earlier, you'll wake up and things will be, you'll look outside and three or four new buildings will be around you and you'll be like, wait, what's coming here? What's coming there? When did that happen? I didn't vote for that. What is that? What's going on? That's because you're not getting involved.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
not getting involved. And like I say, I'm a commissioner and I'm gonna do better at um, sharing the information about what's
Yes, ma'am.
coming down the pike
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the in the community.
Yes, man. Because I
So
was just
that
about to
way,
say, yeah, we'll know what's going on because before you came into the picture, to be honest with you, and even me, I don't, of course, I wouldn't say I'm the most educated person in the world, but as far as I didn't care to think of who the commissioner of District 5 was because we didn't know unless it was forced upon us on a festival or something like that. But you actually,
yeah,
you come out more than that, you know.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so I was like, okay. And then you're relatable too,
yeah,
you mom, you know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
mama,
yes.
so I can really relate. So it's a big deal now coming from you and hearing it come from you, if that makes sense. Mama saying it,
Yes,
you know?
yes. You can believe it. You can believe it. And Mama said,
Right.
"Yeah, I got you. I
Yes,
got you."
ma'am.
And when I tell you, baby, I love all everybody, all of my constituents,
Yes, ma'am.
Collier City, Esquire Lakes, Palmer, Cypress Bend, John Knox Village, Golf View Estates. and all of the new places coming up all on Atlantic over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody, I wanna make it my business to let everybody know who I am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if they need to speak to me, I'm approachable. I have an open door policy. Reach out to me. Whatever your problem or concern is, I will definitely try to help get it fixed.
And that's vote. Once again, all the information is going to be in the description on how to reach her. I know Miss Floyd is pressed on time. She was real gracious enough to give us her time, and we are so thankful for it, because this is information that we need to know as being a part of the community, as being Black and a part of the community, and young and Black a part of the community, rather you male or female. As far as the Black female, they're on the rise right now, and to be honest, any mature man, they know that. So let's support our Black females as well, because they get in higher positions, they getting equal pay compared to a male. All that stuff matter because it helps the world gel as one. There's no diversity, no room for arguments, which you're gonna have that anyway, but some type of minimization is better than none.
That's right.
You know, so
That's right.
Ms. Floyd, I know
Okay.
you got a busy schedule. I really love and thank you for being on the show or being a part of us. Anytime that you want to come on, this is your platform. That's how I actually do things. I let you have the flow. I hope you really enjoyed speaking
Oh
with me.
man, thank you for having me. I tell you, young man, this is like a breath of fresh air. I love it. You stay up late, so that's good too. Because I'm a night hawk,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I do want to let you know, and when I come back, I'm gonna have more information for
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
There's a new police substation
Okay.
coming right here in Collier City,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'll have more details for you on it
Yes,
when I
ma'am.
come back. Probably another couple of weeks, I'll come back and
Yes, ma'am.
we'll discuss that. And we have some other new things coming to the city. We have we're gonna a new fire station is
Yes, ma'am.
coming, and I'm
You was
gonna
telling me
try to.
about the rehab program too, but you probably want to say that for the next conversation as well.
Okay, yeah, because matter of fact, we'll talk offline about it,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I'll get all the facts together,
Oh, yes,
and
ma'am.
we'll make sure we go into that the next time we come on here.
Yes, ma'am. But like I said, yeah, we late nighting it, folks. Miss Cyndy Floyd throwed it out there. So yeah, we late nighting for y'all tonight. So that's real dedication. Y'all see that this lady
Yeah.
is up and about, and look at her, beautiful. Like she ain't
Oh,
ready
thank
to
you.
go right now, ready to go. And so
Oh
thank
yeah,
you
I'm at
once
my
again.
best right now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you once again for sparing your time with us. And hopefully everybody that's listening to the show, you go to the website, be involved more. I'm talking to myself as well. Hopefully you can see the change as well. And like I said before, let's use this platform and many other platforms, whoever else in the neighborhood or in the county. I'm not selfish. I don't care about that. I just want good word to be spread out. That's all I care
Yes,
about. That's all I care.
I want to
Anybody?
let you.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
gonna let you know next time, just before the next meeting. If you just come and listen, you don't have to send it. Just come check it out. You guys start getting more involved.
Yes, ma'am.
Trust me,
Yes, ma'am.
you won't be sorry.
Yes, ma'am. So y'all heard it from her. Mama letting us know it's okay.
Yes,
It's okay. They ain't gonna mess with you. They ain't gonna search you. You can come in there and
right.
listen.
Just come on and listen. Yeah, yeah. You might learn something. Come on
Yes,
in there.
ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Well, Miss
All right,
Floyd,
baby.
thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Yes, ma'am. And you good night. And you enjoy the rest of your night. And y'all see Miss Floyd in a couple weeks, y'all.
Okay. All right, baby.
All
Okay.
righty. Bye-bye.
Mhm.